Hey, yo!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the History of Hyenas. Are the mics too loud? But if they are, they are. It's okay. This is the Hyenas. Sometimes the mics will be too loud. Sometimes they'll be too soft. It's Chrissy D and Yanni P, and the whole crew is here. And we've been having conversations, and here's how these things are going to work now. When there needs business to be done, the German is going to do it. When it's fun time, in about a minute and a half, the Greek will lead the way. But let's just start this podcast off very German right now. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to all the support. Our website, historyhyenas.com, is now updated, so go fucking check it out. Also, follow me, follow me at Christy Comedy, and follow Giannis at Giannis Pappas, and of course...
No, it's at Giannis Pappas,
It's just shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Okay, you Greek fucking peasant.
Yes.
Shut up, or I'll fucking take over your country like I did in the 40s.
You had nothing to do with that.
Shut up. Christy Comedy and Giannis Pappas on Instagram and History Hyenas on Instagram. ChristyComedy.com for all my tour dates. I have January 24th, Hamden, Connecticut. January 25th, Celebrity Theater, Atlantic City, New Jersey. And February 8th, the Kennedy Center, Washington, D.C. Giannis Pappas, what are your dates?
My dates are as follows. You can get tickets at GiannisPappasComedy.com. Go to Gotham if you live in New York. That's on February 21st and 22nd. Or if you live in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, you can go to Uncle Vinny's February 27th, 28th. Get tickets at GiannisPappasComedy.com.
Yes, and of course, like everything else, Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys for all our extra content and all the good shit that we really have to offer is at Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Today, we're going to be talking about the Iran hostage crisis because we're back at war with the Iranians.
Yeah. And we're all about getting in that search engine. And here comes a construction worker again.
Yeah, again,
we're working
in out. But this is a good guy. This guy's fun. He's got a friendly face, and I'm 80% sure he has a U.S. passport.
Yeah.
The other guys I just don't know.
Yeah.
They could be here illegally.
Yeah, but I think this was the guy that locked the door the last time for the
but that's been taken care of because the door was locked last time here at the Comedy Cellar podcast because they found in it. So it's just what it is. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, was a guest on anyone's episode?
I didn't know he did.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
We may have to cackle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just cackle. We will have to cackle because that kid's a Mavri that will kick our heads off.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Even though he's 24/7 drunk.
It's what.
Now listen.
But there's no fucking heat in the studio.
You're a kid whose body's getting bigger and shirts are getting smaller. What's the deal?
Well, yeah, it's just I'm a guy who constantly fluctuates with my weight day to day, week to week.
The thing, we said something the other day where you said it's either jacked with no hair or fat with hair.
Yeah.
What's it going to be?
Here's the deal. This is what our podcast is. It's a heartbeat. It is a vacillating living organism where we constantly fluctuate between business and play, German and Greek, male and female.
Yes.
It's just what happens. I have hair. I don't have hair.
Yeah.
You're gelled up. You're not gelled up.
Right.
You're acting like a boy. You're acting like a girl.
Yeah.
It's just you got to chain on. The chain's in. The chain's out.
It's what it is.
It's back and forth.
And together, like everything else with me and Giannis, separately, we're no good. But together, we just formed one really good podcast.
Yeah, no, here's what it is. When we are apart, when we are just walking these streets alone, mono, and that's it.
Yeah.
We're walking alone.
Yeah.
We are two, they call it something different in Brooklyn, half of something. But I'll
they
just
call us Fanooks.
Yeah, they would say half of a Fanuk.
Yeah, they would say half of.
But when we come together, we form one fierce,
Yes.
transformer, straight man.
Straight man.
We come together, we form one, like Wonder Twins activate, we form one guy who happens to like women.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
But we need to be together to be straight.
Yeah, we need to be together. The only way that we're ever straight, we said this the other day in the Barstool podcast. Shout out Barstool and KFC Radio and Sean Latham, $20 chef, for having us come through Barstool. We really appreciate that. But we said it the other day, is like, we're not for sure. I know for sure I am not gay, but I also know for sure I am not straight. That's what I know.
Yeah, it's a
Chris, no.
Yeah,
Chris,
you're
no.
a 50-50 because you're what I call a pancake.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a flapjack.
Yeah, you're a flapjack. You got to be flipped every couple minutes.
It's what it
in order to get that perfect golden crisp.
Yeah, I'm a pancake with raisins.
Yeah, you're a pancake.
I'm a raisin. Yeah.
You're a kid who occasionally likes to enjoy a box of raisins.
It's what it is. Now, also, a lot of people have been DMing me the Call Her Daddy podcast, which is one of the biggest podcasts, I believe, on Barstool. One of the girls said that she got cracked open on a love sack last week, and they're asking me, and the people are sending me this clip that is not me. I don't know who the girls are. I've never met them, but they're mentioning one of them had sex. She said, I went over to this guy's place, and he had a love sack, and he had sex with me on the love sack.
Did she say cracked open, or
they're saying, the fans are saying cracked open. I saw the clip, said, no, she said, guy fucked me on the love sack.
Right. Well, that's like
people. I just want to let our fans know I didn't create the love sack. I mean, love sacks they have stores everywhere. So just because somebody gets cracked in the love sack doesn't mean it's me.
Hey, look, let's just be crystal clear. All right, we're a podcast that likes to have a little fun.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tightrope walk the line right now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's tightrope the line like the Iranians did with the hostage crisis in 1979.
Yeah, I'm gonna
because they were tightrope over. They almost got nuked.
Yeah,
I almost put them in the microwave.
Yeah. You always get the microwave door open, ready to throw popcorn in there.
I'm always ready to fucking pop some kernels, a.k.a. Sandra D's.
Let me walk the line a little bit.
Character piece. In that. Okay.
If you're walking along the street like Matthew Broussard was with his girlfriend, and some kid comes up behind and punches his girlfriend in the head for no reason, and plays the knockout game on his girlfriend when he just moved to New York City, which is a true story, you got a prime suspect of who did it.
Yeah.
If you hear about somebody getting cracked on a love sack, it may not be Chrissy D who did it, but you're definitely a prime suspect.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting called in for questioning.
Yeah, you're definitely getting profiled. You're definitely getting stopped in the street saying, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing in this neighborhood?
Let me tell you, anytime a crime, anytime the police are investigating something to do with the love sack, I will be called into the lineup.
You will be called into the lineup.
It's just what it is.
Just like when somebody gets knocked out on the street for no reason, they're not going to go over to York Prep and say, where were these students during this time, this time?
It's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
You're not going to the private schools.
Yeah.
You're going to more public schools.
Venetia, am I tightrope walking? Am I Philippe Petite right now walking out of line?
I love how Venetia
100%.
is walking dope wearing a Carhartt hat. I mean, that hat and that company was designed for blue-collar, working-class men, and now it's just been ruined by millennial cocks.
I mean, it's
that
just
don't even know what shawarma is.
And they don't know what a fucking day's work looks like.
But
I
make
agree
no
with that.
mistake, Venetia is very close to being my wife, so you can't talk to her that way.
No, she's not. She's not into white guys.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Chris, no.
Oh, my God.
I agree with that.
I'd love to just smoke a cigar with your father for 10 minutes and just let him get some things off his
But
chest.
guess what, guys? I just ordered a love sack shrink kit, and we're gonna shrink the love sack this weekend. You gotta shrink.
Why are we saying love sack?
I know.
No, I'm just saying.
We're talking about the beanie bag.
Oh yeah,
bean bag.
we're gonna
Nope.
bean bag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shrink down my bean bag and my ball bag, and I'm gonna
Let's just call it what it is. Chris's fuckball.
Chris's fuckball. It's been washed, and it's going to Yanni's new place.
Yeah, it's going to my place, and my wife she's not 100% on board, but I've told her that Chris has watched it.
No, she said she wanted it in the house.
She did, but she said, I don't know. She
listens to it.
Yeah.
No, it's washed.
A lot of podcasts, when you used to be the old era podcasts, had the FCC to worry about what they
Right.
were saying. We got Mrs. Pappas.
Yeah, Mrs. Pops.
She's
is the FCC.
tuning in, letting us know what we can and can't say.
No.
And she's heard all about the freaking
She
bean
knows
bag
about it.
or the fuckball. Can we just call it the Chrissy fuckball?
The Chrissy fuckball.
Yeah, Chrissy fuckball is going to be in my
fuckball.
fucking basement. We're going to shrink it. We're going to get it in a car, and we're taking it upstate.
We're taking it up
to
to
some
Poughkeepsie.
generic place where I live.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and if not, then you know how people would to try to test Niagara Falls waters, they would jump in a barrel and jump off. That's what I'm gonna do with the fuckball. I'm gonna jump in the fuckball and jump off Niagara Falls in it, and we'll see how good it is.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
she might have forgotten that you used to actually climb into the fuckball.
Yeah, I used to climb into it, so yeah, you can't really escape it.
Have you ever fucked anyone inside it?
No,
Whoa.
Only on.
I'm a celibate kid.
You're a disturbed kid.
I'm a 7-week celibate kid. Besides a blowy in Denver.
Yeah, we said it on KFC Radio that you did Ancestry.com, and it did come back over 40% German. You're mostly German, but there was an addendum and a little asterisk on it that said 100% disturbed.
That said disturbed. Yeah, it said disturbed, and that's from the southern part of Germany, mainly Bavaria, where the disturbed Germans are from. Now, listen, Yanni, the thing is with you is you got
jacked arms.
You've got jacked arms, but if you've noticed, last podcast or I haven't been looking you in the eyes much.
Yeah.
Because it was hard for me to look up. But now I can look you square in the eyes because your beard is growing back.
Yeah.
When you have a fully shaved beard and
tough
not a
for you.
haircut, it's tough for me to look at you because I just don't want to.
Yeah.
It's tough. But now
I
that
look
you're
like
full but now you're just back to being a handsome schmantsome kid.
Yeah, if I don't have any facial, I do kind of look like I'm transitioning and just learning how to get confidence in my new sex.
Yes, in your new
because
sex.
I always have a little bit of a double chin that you can see that comes out when
But you don't today. You don't have a double chin today.
I'm telling you, I'm a mixed bag.
You're a mixed bag.
It depends on the day. I'm handsome some days. Even when you watch the video clips that we put up on Instagram, which you guys are doing a great job of, by
Thank
the way.
you, by
But
the
we're
way,
going to
yeah.
need you to pick up the pace.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
You can tell every video. Sometimes I see myself and I'm going, who's that kid? And then on other words, I'm going, Jesus, who's that kid?
Yeah.
Because I'm just two different kids. I'm good looking and I'm not at the same damn time.
At the same damn time. And
You're straight and gay at the same damn time.
So it's just been a beautiful thing. But yeah, I think that it's going to be cute today to talk about Iran because Bubbas, make no mistake, when we're sitting down watching TV in our homes, we could be attacked by Iran at any moment.
It could. Right now it's public enemy number one right now, and I'll tell you right now, if you have an Iranian cafe, business is going to go a little cold right now.
The problem with Iranians is the women is that they're hot, and then most of them don't have fumes. So it's hard for me to have because I only for me girls are everything. So it's like the Iranian women are just gorgeous fucking women. So it's because they kind of look Puerto Ricans but without the problems. So I just am like it's hard for me to want to go to war with a country full of pieces.
Yeah, that's the most important thing in what you like in a woman is if they could, there's a possibility, even if it's small, that they could be Puerto Rican and cause you problems.
Yeah,
You're a kid who you want there to be a chance that your laptop could go out the window.
Yeah.
You want a chance of it.
I want a chance of it. Yeah, I just want to know that if we're going to be in a relationship together, I could be signing up to taking care of someone else's kid and paying you thousands of dollars a month child support. I just want to know that it's okay. I just want to know that there's a possibility of me doing that and me having to officiate one of your relatives' weddings in the living room.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I just want to make sure that if I start to date you, that we're going to have a joint bank account at Banco Popular.
Yeah.
I just want to know that you fit Sunset Park.
You just want to know that there may be a moment in your future where at one time or another you're saying, put down the knife or hand me the baby.
Yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know that when we get married at City Hall and have the reception at Red Lobster, that we're driving away in a Honda Civic with Modelo cans tied to the back.
Yeah, you just want to know.
Mike is shaking his head no. When Mike's not laughing, he's shaking. He's got his head down. It's probably we're going too far.
You guys, that's inappropriate.
No, that was so real.
Yeah,
too real. So it's borderline racist.
Yeah.
No, it's just borderline. I've seen that. So.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're just like, oh man, is he talking about my life?
You just want to know that at Christmas time when you have a stocking up for her and she opens it up and it's a gift card from Starbucks, a gift card to Target. You just want her to be a little disappointed that there's no coconut cookies in there.
Yeah, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Yeah,
it's just what it is.
Yeah, I just want to be with a woman that when I take her to Pret a Manger, she thinks we're in Paris.
I agree with that.
You just want to make sure that she's somebody that if you're talking to a girl at some point, she goes, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
you just want to hear that once in your life.
Yeah, I just want to date a girl who cries when she finds out Maurice is a guy.
But then gets really happy that when she finds out that you know him.
Yeah, that I know him.
And says, "Can you please get me an autograph and put it on my ashtray?"
On my ashtray, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
So, yeah, so that was just, that was kind of that was like an another thing coming kind of thing, but we just
made it up.
But that one we just call, I just want a girl who.
Yeah, and that one was...
That's what that segment's called. I just want a girl who.
I just want a girl who, and that was really funny.
Yeah, it was good.
We should love it.
And like all the things
But we have to stop it to do the history.
Yeah, and there's like all the things that we do, there's a couple lines in there that I'm not sure if we can release.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Just like from now on, unfortunately, anytime we mention a family member who's a cat judge in my family, we just have to edit the name out. Because I'm talking to
you gotta
about using real names. So and somebody made a T-shirt with his name on it, and I'm just gonna have to ask you to cease and desist. I got it's not
That's
bad,
okay.
but it's just like,
Did you get
can't use the guy's real name.
We
Now-
can say cat judge though, right?
We can say Cat Judge.
We can say
Yeah,
Cat
I-
Judge.
That's even
Cat
more
Judge.
fun.
Was it
Uncle Cat Judge.
Was it Uncle Cat Judge who got upset, or it was someone who related to
It
him?
was somebody related to Uncle Cat Judge who gave birth to me.
Plain and simple. Did you get walked up to neutrals to have the talking to, or did it happen via phone?
No, it happened. It happened via phone call.
Yeah, it happened via phone.
It happened via phone call because we solved one problem
And another
that we
one
weren't
pops
legally
up.
allowed to talk about, and then the other one popped up. So,
Big mistake.
so the other one, that one is solved.
Huge.
Yeah.
She's back in with them.
Yeah.
Everything's all good. But now the new thing.
Yeah.
Because what's happened is because of the success of this podcast, because of you guys, the fans, now my family listens to it.
Yeah.
So, and they're listening, and they started at episode 1.
Oh no!
So
Jesus
it went all the way
Christ.
back.
Oh my God!
So they're catching up, and Mom was like, "Yeah, I've been catching up, and
Yeah.
it's so funny, but I have a couple of things I'd like to talk to you about."
Yeah. Now here's the problem with you is you have like 3 or 4 families that are connected to you.
Yeah.
So we got one side of the family. Listen, if we got another one, we're definitely going to court.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The good thing about the
And then there's another one that's tangentially attached. You got 4
I
actually.
got 4 of them, but luckily for us is the side of the family that would cause the most problems. Not my side, the side that I have a child with. They have Nokias, so they can't listen to the podcast on their phone. They're still playing Snake.
Es lo que es.
Character piece.
Yeah.
Character piece.
I think we should have 10 staff meetings before every episode because we're having a lot of fun.
We're having a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and it was funny.
Zach and Mike try to fight each other quick.
Did you hear? We had a great talk with our manager on the Truffle Pig yesterday, Hyenas and I. And, we were talking about moving the podcast forward and what we could do, like bigger businesses and all that. And he goes, I'm thinking about, he's like, I want to hire this guy. He's all encompassing. He can do this, he can do that. He said his main thing, though, what he can do is crisis management. He said, because inevitably, you may just say something that we have to just get out of.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not saying you will. He said, but it's just nice to have a guy who's got some crisis management experience just on deck.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
If this podcast was a person, that person would be
Charlie Sheen.
It would be Charlie Sheen
Yeah.
on the roof of a skyscraper.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
And it's Charlie Sheen likes to walk forward and he likes to look down.
Yeah.
That's our podcast.
That's our podcast.
We're a guy on a skyscraper looking down
It's what it is.
from the roof. And that's where we exist. You never know when there's going to be a gust of wind and Charlie Sheen is going to turn into a bird.
Turn it to a bird. Yeah, you just don't
Yep.
know. Yeah, we're a podcast and now has AIDS. So it's just that's what we're trying to say.
I mean, we're pretty close to Charlie Sheen. I mean, there's a lot of toots. There was a venereal disease.
What can you do?
What can you do? And we are in the entertainment business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're on the entertainment business. It's
Can you
wild.
believe that Charlie Sheen's still alive?
Yeah, it's wild.
I
I
mean-
mean, it's the same thing. I don't think he's ever going to get actual AIDS. He just is going to have HIV forever.
Let me just take a moment. I just want to just say rest in peace to Angelo Lozada.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who've been following me and him for years, going to our shows, who listen to our podcast, and friends of his, Sonia in particular. What an amazing, absolute amazing celebration and memorial of his life at Gotham Comedy Club. And what made me think about it, he's a dear friend of mine that passed away, Angelo Lozada, like absolute comedy legend from the Bronx. But what made me think about it is there was a really funny jokes that happened during the memorial, and one of them was I can't remember who it was who said it, but it was during like a really emotional moment. But then someone said, because Angel Salazar was there.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you don't know who Angel Salazar is, he was Chi-Chi from
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yep.
And then
Check it out.
Check it out. He's a comedian, and he talks like this, and he does his whole thing where he gets into he does Bruce Springsteen music, and he has a bikini American flag that he dances around.
If you want to just know, you can watch the documentary The Comedian with Jerry Seinfeld from years ago. There's a clip of Angel Salazar doing the bit that Giannis described.
Yeah, everyone knows Angel, and everyone knows Angel. Let's just say it. I mean, he likes to dabble in a little blow.
He likes a lot of blow.
He likes blow.
He likes
Blow.
blow.
Yes.
I did a gig with Angel Salazar and I was almost killed, truthfully. So, yeah.
What happened?
A guy held a knife to my throat after the gig.
Well,
Yeah.
have we told that story on here?
We have not, but we can.
Yeah, tell that story
Okay,
right
so
after.
finish about
But
Angelo Lozada.
Yeah, right in the middle of the emotional statement, Angel Salazar was in the back, and whoever was on stage, it might have been Mark Vieira, he goes, how the, and he goes, we lost Angelo, and he goes in, And fucking, how the fuck is Angel Salazar still alive? And
Yeah.
it just cracked the whole room up.
Crushed.
Even Angel Salazar was dying. He climbed
Yeah.
on a chair. He's about 5'2", so it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
For
He
Texas.
was screaming like in Spanglish because he
Yeah.
can't even really speak full English.
Yeah. He's a squeak.
Yeah, and he's a squeak. But it was just a funny moment. Like the whole crowd was cracking up because everyone knew they're going like, people are dying, but somehow Angel Salazar is still standing. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a kid that should have went. I mean, I think when you're a squeak, you have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
You have less heart to go wrong or something.
Truly. Yeah, no, and you just lower to the ground. There's something about being a squeak where you stay alive longer because squeaks always live a little longer.
They do live a little longer.
Tall. You don't see tall old men. You see squeak old men.
No.
Yeah.
Venetia's going to live a long time. She's a squeak.
No, She's
She's about
a
5'.
good height for a woman. No,
3, 4,
I'm 5'5".
5'5".
that's normal height for a woman.
Yeah,
guess
I'm
it's
kind of
She's on the squeak
a little
side.
short. Yeah, it's like borderline
I'm
petite.
like a
Yeah.
tall woman though.
Huh?
I want my woman to be a squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's a squeak. Yeah, tall's like a little weird when you crank the leg back. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like you're helping a guy, get a rub down on a hernia or something.
Yeah.
It's a doctor. You feel like a doctor when you crank that male leg back. It's just a big, tall leg looks like a guy.
Yeah, it's a big. Yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
a big foot like that. In
You
your
don't,
face.
you don't want a big foot just dangling next to your head like that.
Um,
If I looked next to my head and I saw your foot, yeah, my heart, I may develop an arrhythmia.
Yeah, if I was a woman and I had the feet I have, it'd be a big problem. I think they'd be like you. It would be like poor baby. They'd say this poor girl's feet.
What happened to you at the Angel Salazar gig?
I was opening up for Angel Salazar once. This was 8-9 years ago, and we were doing this gig like deep in Queens, like real mafia place. And all the mobsters go and watch Angel, guys like that, because Salazar, because he was in Scarface. So he has got like that fan base. So I was doing comedy, I don't know, maybe a year, and I had a couple of jokes. None of them really that great, all lewd and dirty and corny and all that shit. And anyway, I did a joke, and it bombed. And the guy's wife got offended. Yeah. And the guy, was a tough guy, was like, "Why don't you apologize to my wife from the stage?" And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna."
Wow.
Yeah, like that. I was like,
I respect your comedic integrity.
"Yeah." I was like, "They're fucking jokes." Like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So then it got bad. So then the restaurant stopped. Everybody's like looking at me, right? Even Angel is like back, like holy shit. So Angel yells from the back. He goes, "Oh, get off. It's time. Get off. Thank you. Give it up for Kiss. Give it up for
Get
Kiss.
off. Get him off.
Get him up," like that.
Check it out.
So then he plays music to like bring himself up. He like introduced himself, and so I'm walking. I it's tense, and I walk out, and then the guy grabs me and one of his other buddies, and they turn me around and put me up against the wall in the back of the restaurant. The guy put a knife right up my throat.
Wow.
Like a true knife.
Like right at your throat.
At my fucking Adam's apple. And he was like, I'll cut your Adam's apple out right
so
now.
you can't talk ever again.
No, well, he said, I'll cut your Adam's apple out. I'll cut your Adam's apple out and I'll feed it to your mother. That's what he said to me. So I was like, oh no.
Sounds like a guy who is nice.
Yeah, and then the guy, the owner broke it all up and, got me out, gave me way more money in cash.
That's funny that you got more money.
Yeah, because he was
He's
like,
just like, kid, don't fucking tell anybody.
that's what he said. He said, don't tell anybody. And what he told me, he was like, all those guys out there are wannabes. Yeah. He was like, those guys, they'll fucking kill you because they want to be this, but they're not this. He was like, you know what I'm talking about? And I was like, yes. And then he was like, take this, don't ever mention anything happened here today. And now I'm mentioning it.
Do you remember the joke that you said? What was the joke that offended her?
He was doing crowd work. He's speaking to them.
Yeah, they got offended there. And it was, the guy he gave me like $500 in cash. I was supposed to get like $20 from Angel. Gave me $500 in cash, and he gave me like a tin foil, like to go, of tortellini Alfredo.
Yeah.
If
I was a young comic and that happened, like, because you're so green, you don't know how it goes. I may do my next show and just start calling everybody a cunt and see what happens. But maybe I'll get paid more.
I was an idiot, and then just about a month later, and these are the only 2 times this happened in my career, but they happened back to back months. About a month later, I was doing an outdoor birthday party show, also deep in Queens, but this time it was for all Latinos. It was with Pudge Fernandez. You remember, Pudge, Pudge Fernandez, great comedian, and took me under his wing, especially in the beginning. And we do this outdoor birthday show. There's a guy with tattoos on his face, okay, which I don't know, just got out of prison. I have no idea. It's just a guy in the middle of the crowd of this. It was a children's birthday party they wanted to stand up at. The gigs you do in the beginning are so fucking brutal, but you had to do it. So I do it. I'm bombing because there's 3-year-old kids in the front row, like popping balloons and crying and but you're just trying to get through it. 10 more minutes to go, whatever. And I start making fun of the guy with the tattoos on his face, which is a big problem.
Yeah.
So I make fun of the guy, and again, same thing. It's like tense. I'm like, holy shit. I can't get out of the birthday party without walking past them. His friends are like calming him down. They're like rubbing his back, like they're trying to calm this guy down because he's like visibly mad. So they're trying to calm him down, and I kind of like just run out on the side of the on the side of the gig. I run out, and I like am literally running down Northern Boulevard in Queens. I get away from it, and then like 3 hours later, I get a call from the NYPD. They're like, "Hey, were you just at this birthday party, blah, blah, blah. You were one of the comedians. Your name was listed here from the owner." And I said, yeah. And they said, well, there was a murder outside of the birthday party a couple of hours after you left. So we want you to come back. We just want you to answer some questions if you know anything or whatever. So I had to go back to the precinct and answer questions. And then you found out the guy who had just gotten out of jail like a week before that shows up at this show and then it's having a really tough time adjusting to not being in prison, so wants to commit a crime to go back. I pissed him off with the joke, and then he murdered someone in a fight outside of a bar 2 hours later, knifed them to death, and at the NYPD just wanted to talk to me to know what I said or if there was anything that I could be of assistance with. And I was like, I didn't record my set or anything. I was doing bullshit jokes.
Yeah, but it killed.
But it killed. Yeah. And he killed somebody just to go back to jail.
Wow.
Yeah. He killed like a...
You started in some classy rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Es lo que
Now we made it
es.
all the way to the Kennedy Center.
Yeah, now you go to the Kennedy Center. So it's a little bit different. You may not get allowed in the Kennedy Center. Mm-hmm. I was there last year. It's a very classy place. Mm-hmm. You may show up and they may be like, is there a broken air vent somewhere?
Yeah, well, my mother wants to come. She goes, I heard you're doing the Kennedy Center.
Take your mom there.
She was like, isn't that where, like, don't they give all those awards there? I was like, yeah, I'm doing the small room, I would imagine.
Take her up there.
Yeah, I'm going to take her with me.
Are you doing with Reese Waters or no? It's just you.
No, it's just me.
Call Reese. Say hello to Reese. Reese is a great guy.
Shout out Reese Waters. Great guy. DC.
Reese Water. He's on TV out there in DC.
Well, speaking of DC, they fucked up the Iran hostage crisis in 1979. Jimmy Carter
basically, he's done so much good.
Right.
Since he's been president. First of all, the guy's still alive. I mean, he's like 95, 96.
Alive,
yeah.
Carter?
Kid's walking around.
Hannibal Buress has a great bit about him taking a plane ride with Jimmy Carter and him shaking everybody's hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are you delaying the flight? You're Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. Jimmy Carter's 95 years old. He's still alive. He's done so much good, so much charity, so much humanitarian work after he's been president. He was a one-term president, and his presidency was usurped completely by the
original Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan.
No.
The first Hollywood guy to get in office was Ronnie Reagan.
By the Iran hostage situation.
Which was November 4th, 1979 to January 20th, 1981.
Yeah.
And it happened in Tehran, the capital of Iran, which is still the capital of Iran right now, but it could get blown off the map any minute.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen right now when Chrissy's got the microwave door open.
Yeah, it's just
something's going in there.
Something's going in.
Yeah, well, you don't know if it's going to be Stouffer's, if it's going to be leftovers or popcorn.
Pure Trump opened the microwave door.
Yeah, I was trying to set you up for you to say, or
Chris,
Japanese people.
Oh, yeah, but...
Cackle it.
And
we're back.
Yeah, my diarrhea, my residual diarrhea from the antibiotics has gone away, so I may eat sushi.
You made some sushi today?
Sushi. Well, no, actually, today I'm going to dinner with Chaz Palminteri.
Yeah.
Are you coming?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I got too much. I got to do a set, and then
Shout out Chaz Palminteri from Bronx Tale,
Yeah.
Sonny. He wants to also come on the podcast, but we got to work around his nap time.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting up there. Are you going to his restaurant? Or where's
which
his
is called
restaurant?
Chaz Palminteri. Now Chaz Palminteri's Chaz Palminteri.
And where is it? In the city?
It's in the city.
Yeah.
It's in the city over there.
Yeah, he's a good guy though.
We
worked with him at the opening of your special. Yeah,
He's a great guy.
I mean,
he said I like my restaurant where it is because the Broadway it's like to eat.
He's an outer borough kid.
He's an outer borough kid from the Bronx. It's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's good as it's going to be. It's Bronx Tale's based on his life.
Yeah, which is one.
Did he fall in love with a black girl?
I think that's true, but there was liberties taken. Yeah. But in my opinion, that's one of the best movies of all time, top 5 in my world.
Now, if we were to put things on a percentage scale, What do you think the chances are that Venetia marries a Greek guy? Is it 5% or 7%?
I would say it's 5%.
Yeah, Greek guys got no chance with her.
They don't. They think they.
I agree with that.
She's like you. She's just developed a taste for people from the islands in the Caribbean.
It's
Dead
just
ass.
what it is.
Look ass.
She wants a Caribbean kid.
Yeah.
A Caribbean cutie.
And much like your family, her brothers are listening.
Yeah. It's just
What's
what
up,
it
guys?
is.
What's up, fellas?
Raya's cookies.
So the reason why the Iran hostage crisis happened is because pretty much, I mean, this like anything else, it was all these movements happened from young, woke, and dope kids. So the Iranian college kids were young, woke, and dope, and they didn't like that the president, he was the Shah. What was his fucking name? The original monarch?
I mean, Muhammad.
Whatever his name was. Muhammad.
Was it really? Oh, that was a guess.
Yeah, but they called him the Shah. They called this kid the Shah. So the Shah of Iran, his name was Mohammad Reza Pahlavi.
Yeah.
And he used to be, you should go to his website, livefromthesandbox.com. And so anyway, that kid they called him the Shah, but he was like nobody liked him, that kid, because he was just,
he was an American puppet.
He was an American puppet.
Yeah, we were trying to get him in there. We wanted, we're doing a lot of business. There is oil business over there. But more importantly, I think, than the oil, which gets downplayed a lot, is like, look, we're trying to keep – Iran was very secular at this time.
Right.
I mean, you look at old pictures of Iran, there's like women walking around in mini skirts and like
hell yeah,
living well. And so there's always this sort of extreme Islamic faction that is always bubbling in these countries. And America was trying to, keep that down and keep the secular vibe going. And the Shah, like Saddam Hussein, like a lot of these guys were American puppets.
Well, he was an American. Well, here's the thing: he was an American puppet because the United States had allied with him for the oil stuff at that time. At least a lot more of the oil was coming from Iran than it is now. But he was that authoritarian rule, right? He was just a fucking kid that just was like, listen, I'm the man. Like Iranian, that's a culture out there. They're like, the man, we do everything. Women, shut up. This is what it is. So he flees to Egypt in 1979 because shit's starting to get wild over there. The people are starting to revolt. So he flees to Egypt, but then to go on vacation. But really, he wants to go to America because the kid's dying of cancer. So America lets him in. And that allows the next guy to take over, who is the reason why that's a predominantly Muslim population in Iran today, is because of the Ayatollah kid that comes in next. And I don't know his name at all.
Muhammad.
I know it's the Ayatollah Muhammad. I think also his name is the Ayatollah Muhammad.
The Ayatollah.
The Ayatollah
Khomeini.
And he's an Iranian revolutionary and a politician. And he's the Iranian, so he's the one that really sparks this revolution. But unfortunately,
he didn't spark it, but he took advantage and closed it.
Right.
It was really the college kids that sparked it. They were rebelling, and these were secular kids. They were college kids. It was a secular time in Iran. You could go back. There's even like a really interesting video. Let's Google it and get it up. It's wild and creepy about like one of the. It could have been the Shah or someone previous joking about how Iran will never be wearing burqas or something like that. It's wild. Let's try to find that.
When the Ayatollah came in, so
he took advantage because the kid, everyone was against the Shah. The kids fucking came and charged the embassy, and then Khomeini used this as an opportunity to align with them, and so they kind of supported him. But then he just fucking came in, strong-armed it, and made everything religious.
Muzzed out. Became predominantly Muslim.
He made it muzzed out. That's how Iran got muzzed out again.
He muzzed out the country. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Is this the video?
It's if you do like Iran footage from the 50s or something like that, it may come up.
So he muzzes out the country, and then what happens is it starts out with they got I believe 63 hostages, right? 66 hostages. But then they let African American women go, right? First, because they're like, they're probably more Muslim. It's because it's more Muslim. They're like, we got to get these kids out because they're a little bit muzzed out. And
I don't understand that.
No, it's true.
They go to the embassy. So they're like revolting. There's a demonstration because they're very upset about that the Shah isn't that the Shah's in America. And they're like, bring him back. Why is he in America? He should be here, like dealing with these problems. And then they go revolt at the American embassy. They're like, why, Jimmy Carter, why are you like keeping him in America? Because he's in New York getting medical treatment.
Yeah.
It was wild. And so they go and they grab 66 people and then,
but then hostages, but then it winds up with 52 American hostages for those 444 days because I think the reason was why he gave African American women up is because he thought he was like that. They basically like like we consider them Muslim, isn't that?
I think it was like an oppression thing. Like
They're
those
oppressed
people
too.
have been oppressed by America, so they're not
So
going to
boom,
take
they
that.
got it out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I think they did that as maybe a tactic to sow some discord in the United States. And people going like, yeah, we side with them, not you. Because, you were oppressed. It was a good PR move.
Well, the way the way that this was handled, quickly, the way that this was handled was Brutes Magoots. At one point, and we'll explain it too, but at one point, they do this. Jimmy Carter decides, because the president, he wasn't well liked at the time, and he was just known for being like soft, weak pussy. But he does this. He tells the public, we're going to do the Rose Garden strategy, which says that him and his team are not going to leave the White House. They're not going to leave the White House until this Iranian hostage crisis is resolved, and we're not going to try to do an evacuation attempt because we don't want to kill or hurt anybody. So he basically, like an idiot, just tells the Iranian people, the people who are holding them hostage, like, now we're giving you all the attention because now it's like a fucking hunger strike. You're not going to leave the White House. So we're making the president of the United States not move. 1, 2, we're saying we're not. The Iranian people now are like, okay, we don't have to worry. He's not going to send troops in here. So now they start to put all the hostages in all these different places because they're not going to rescue them anyway. And even if they did, it can't be just one single rescue attempt. So it gave the Iranian hostage people so much power. It gave the Iranian protesters so much power.
Whatever, I guess.
And the Rose Garden strategy is like one of those things that when you do the research, it's like that's really what Reagan kept saying. Like that's all he had to say. When Reagan won the presidency against Jimmy Carter, it was the biggest landslide still to date in history.
It was because of this.
He just kept saying, "Look at what he did with Iran," and then the people were like, "Yeah, you really fucked that up."
Yeah. Iran
didn't have to be 444 days. Reagan was like, I could have done this in a week.
Right. As the drag queens say, Iran dragged Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Right? He got dragged.
He got dragged, bitch.
You got dragged, bitch.
Yes.
So and the 52 hostages it ended up being,
they got fucked up
was just made famous again by Donald Trump saying he's going to target 52 cultural sites in exchange for the 52 hostages because our president is a little off the rails.
He's a little wild, and he listens to the podcast. So,
that kid is to say he's loose-lipped and careless is an understatement.
But still, but not only Iranian and U.S. diplomacy wasn't good then, and it obviously got really bad after this. But part of the reason why we still are at war with Iran or going to go to war with Iran today has to do with this. This hostage crisis really fucking ruined the relations again.
Yeah, the Middle East is a wild, wild place.
Yeah,
and when the what is it, the Arab Spring or the Arab Summer? What was it called? Where they all
the Arab Spring, when the protests are with the
Gaddafi.
Not Gaddafi.
When Islam, like the Islam Revolution. What was it called? The Arab Spring. I think it's called the Arab Spring.
Arab Spring.
Yeah. Since then, it's been a wild place where there's been a lot of infighting, and it's been a constant sort of fight between secular forces and extremely religious forces. And then within that religious force, and there's fighting between Sunni and Shia. So they're killing each other.
Right.
Iran and Iraq, 2 countries where everyone's Muslims, they killed each other for 8-9 years or whatever. We sided with Iraq during that. Saddam Hussein was our guy because the reason why a guy like Saddam Hussein, the reason why, and this is not politically correct to say, but it's true.
Just say it.
And there's nothing you can do about it. In some of these countries, a strong leader, and I don't mean strong in a good way, so I don't want that to come out wrong, but I'm not a politician. It doesn't matter. I mean
you mean strong?
Like a brutal guy.
Like a brutal guy,
like a dictator.
Not strong like a woman, because the women are
that's
strong.
Good. Yeah,
You
strong,
mean
good. Strong, bad.
Being a strong woman is positive.
Yeah, I mean strong,
positive.
Bad. Yeah.
You mean like a brutal guy.
Yeah, I mean
men are brutal, women are strong.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
go.
Exactly what I mean.
Yes.
I meant strong, bad. But it's in some ways it's practical and effective because there's so much discord within those countries. So what happened after Saddam Hussein was removed was fucking everyone started fighting.
Sure.
And I know this because my roommate in college was a journalist who was there after during the Iraqi war, and he wrote about it, and then he had a little fall from grace. The little thing happened. But
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? But he was one of the world renowned, like he was considered one of the experts here. He testified in front of Congress on the Iraqi war, and it's just like it's not as simple as you think. When you go to Iraq and everyone's just the same, and they support each other and they love each other and they're all against America. They hate each other. They kill each other. Shias and Sunnis. There's Kurds. There's different ethnic groups there.
Yeah,
and they're all trying to kill each other.
Right.
So the thing that Saddam Hussein did was stopped all that by being brutal to everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of times these strong-armed dicks like him work in these places because they keep that order and keep everyone sort of, instead of killing each other, he kills everyone.
Right.
So it's like it's an uncomfortable truth. It's a really divided place, and it's not just divided where everyone hates America or everyone hates Israel, which is commonly like the way it's portrayed by sort of these types.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of hate within those countries with people who have very similar DNA, and that's the same story the world over. You go to Serbs, Croats, Montenegrians. These guys all fight and hate each other. Their DNA is exactly the same. Albanians, they're Muslim, but their DNA with the Slavs, it's all pretty similar. Cretans and mainlanders, we hate each other.
Yeah.
Not to that degree, but it's like it's not as simple as going, we're there for the oil, they hate us, they're good, we're bad. Because make no mistake, the truth is, nowadays, we only use like 10% of their fucking oil, and it comes from Saudi Arabia, where, we let them slide on a lot of shit in exchange for that oil. Because that is a fucking evil kingdom there.
I don't even need any oil. I got a fucking Tesla. I plug in my car like an iPhone.
Yeah, it's a little weird when you look the other way, when all the hijackers who committed 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have a camera in Saudi Arabia. They still have public squares in Saudi Arabia where they execute people, where they have drains on the ground where they just like use a hose and push the blood in. They have public execution that still happen there. Women can't drive and shit like that. And then you see our presidents just going in there like kissing the fucking hands of whatever royal family member because, we're getting a little bit of that oil. But guess what, children? You like your air conditioning? You like your new Saab that your dad got you for your 16th birthday because you live out on the island and you need a car?
Yeah.
Well, that car comes at a cost, and that cost is oil. Your fucking tires are made out of rubber. Where do you think rubber comes from? All your toys, plastic. What do you think it is? Oil. It's dinosaur juice, and it's what we need. So stop being a cuck. USA. Fuck Iraq. Fuck Iraq.
Yeah, and then moments later, Giannis blew his head off.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying things are complicated.
Yeah. No, because what I like about you.
Did you just get pure because I was saying smart stuff?
You were saying smart stuff.
Now you're going to go text a toot and try to bang out a girl to try to convince yourself you're straight.
Yeah, it's what it is. Venetia, I got ecstasy if you want to hang out. Yeah, because what's great about you is you are so seamlessly able to just kind of go between being a cuck and then being a non-cuck. I mean, you got
and also sane and insane. I told you, I go in and out. I'm male, female.
You're Yanni in and outs. You're Yanni in and out burger.
I'm Yanni in and out burger.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah. And you're Chrissy Chaos.
Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, what happened is these fucking muzzies didn't win again. And then we won the Iran hostage crisis. We just took everybody and you wasted their fucking time. And they were holding our people over elevator shafts and torch them a little bit. But then at the end of the day, guess what? All the American kids came back and fucking just sat in their homes in Levittown, Long Island, and all these other people just live in fucking Iran now, where if you're a woman and you show more than your eyeball, you get your head chopped off. So it's what it is.
Yeah. So that's exactly. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew we were gonna get Chrissy's cliff notes on the situation.
Yeah. So that's in a nutshell. Let's read out the Patreon.
By the way,
my fact.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh no, there's more to talk about.
Yeah, there's more to talk about. There was more to talk about, but we also just developed a new segment called Chrissy's Cliff Notes.
Chrissy's Cliff Notes.
Can we just make a note of that?
Yeah.
There will be a section where Chrissy gives us his version of what happened.
Chrissy's Cliff Notes will be at the end of every episode.
Yeah, and it just go the Muzzies lost again. All right, now we're gonna do Mike.
Wait, Venetia, is there something that you think that we missed? A big point that we missed?
We're still
Venetia's got a Carhartt hat on. She's ready to go.
Yeah.
No, I wanted. I mean, this is wild about that this happened for almost like over a year and how they were treated. I mean, at first they were
444 days. Is that why Jay-Z named his album 444?
It's possible. That's actually a good point.
Is it 444 441?
4441.
So, and what Schultz named his album 441?
Yeah.
What was it again? I don't fucking know.
And your ex-wife is 420.
Yeah,
it's not a coincidence.
Yeah, we can't mention her in the pod.
I said 420.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
420 minus 420 equals 0.
Yeah.
Date to Paul Verzi's Christmas party.
So the hostages were first, they stayed at the embassy for a few months, and they were kind of treated okay, but then things got a little bit rough, and they were, as you said before, they were spread apart, and they were actually put into some prisons, and they were horribly treated, and they would be blindfolded and, chains, and they just basically mind fuck them day and night. Like one time they blindfolded someone, 2 people, and they brought them out into a chanting crowd. So they probably thought that they were going to be executed. Another time they actually played Russian roulette with the victims, and they tried to revolt. The hostages didn't just stay there. They had hunger strikes. They actually tried to kill themselves because it was so brutal what was going on. But
Boots Magoots.
And at this time, this is the wild part of all of this going on. Of course, like the Iranians are like, they're treating them well. Don't worry, they're okay. Like they have food and the roof over their head. But the foreign diplomats that were there were visiting them.
Yeah, which is wild. Yeah, there's probably even more. Like
They let them in because they didn't have a problem with the other countries, so they were letting them in.
We're treating them well.
Yeah,
Look,
they were doing it like Iran, you got to give them credit. They conducted smart international public relations.
Yeah,
they did it. It was very smart. They let the African Americans go. Like I said, that was probably to sow some discord by saying, like, look how benign we are and benevolent. This isn't about us being bad. We're the oppressed, just like blacks are the oppressed, and we're letting them go because America's evil. So very smart the way they did. Even smart the way they waited till like we said, Reagan was elected to finalize the deal and all that.
Right.
It was they kind of controlled the narrative.
Right.
They controlled the narrative probably to a lot of the rest of the world. So,
but they're smart kids. I mean, they know what to do.
I mean, they're smart kids, and Jimmy Carter. You got to say I don't think there's any way to interpret other than that he handled it wrong.
Yeah.
He was a little too soft.
Yeah.
I mean, but the positive is no hostages died.
That's great.
But there was a rescue attempt where
8 servicemen died.
They say, I love when they say, people always forget that the Army.
Is it servicemen or service people?
It's service people.
It was called Operation Blue Light, and it was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
It was a sandstorm, and I'm not being racial. I'm just saying it was an actual storm of sand.
You're just saying pun intended.
Yeah, no. It was a storm of sand. I'm not saying
Yeah.
The supermarket I go to, I'm saying it's a sandstorm.
Yeah.
I'm saying an actual sandstorm, and then 2 helicopters, crashed into each other and then killed 8 service men. But they are people, but in this case, they do identify as men.
But here's the thing. I don't try to get too crazy with the conspiracies, but what I do know, and a lot of people don't know, is that the Army and the Armed Forces filters every bit of information that comes out through a public relations arm.
Sure.
So a lot of times when you hear crash, you ever notice that? That always happens. Like, there was a helicopter crash.
Oh.
And it's always like 4 dead, the copter crashed. Like, did it crash?
Or was it shot down?
And you just want to keep morale up. And say, it's like.
Well, that's why, like in Iran now, like some shit like that that you're not even talking about. People aren't even talking about that plane that crashed.
Well, exactly.
The Ukrainian airline. It's like, did that just randomly happen?
That's why I brought it up, because that's also suspect to me. It's like, that's kind of coincidental.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There was a strike. There was an earthquake. There was all in 6 hours. There was an earthquake, U.S. military strike, and then a passenger plane going from Tehran to the Ukraine crashed.
Yeah, I'm not saying the earthquake is fishy, but I'm saying that the plane crash and leaving out of Tehran, going to the Ukraine.
But why is that nobody's talking? Why is nobody talking about that?
Because everyone's just got their signs up going, we're not going to go to war for oil. Everyone just thinks this is about oil, and they don't even go and check the simple fact that a Google search will tell you that we get a vast minority of our oil from the Middle East, and we get it from Saudi Arabia, and it's only like 10%. We get most of our oil from, believe it or not, from Justin Trudeau.
Wow.
Yeah.
Canada.
From Canada. We get most of our oil from Canada, and now, because we've discovered some more reserves, we get most of our oil from us, right, Zach, from the USA.
I don't think we're using it. I think we just have it there just in case,
Venezuela tries to get stupid again.
Yeah, or like
we
one of the Middle
stockpile
East
our oil and just use the rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Norway deals a lot of oil to the rest of the world. But Norway's smart. That's why nobody talks about Norway. One of the richest countries in the world. Mm-hmm. Norway has one of the biggest outsourcing of oil. I'm a dumb kid.
Export the oil.
Export of oil.
Yeah.
One of the biggest in the world. They don't spend any. They keep all their money. They put it in a fund. The government has a fund. They save it, like you're saying. And they keep it quiet. They never talk about their oil. I used to go there a lot and do comedy. And you got to give them credit because they know that we're out there.
Yeah.
They know that we're watching.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Norway fucks up and starts buying a little bling, like a lot of these Middle Eastern countries do, buys a little Mercedes, gets a little watch, we're showing up like, yo, Norway, we heard you motherfuckers need some freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always do that joke, and it's just too smart that nobody gets it.
You remember it?
I remember it. You've done it 5 years ago, and I'm like, I know what he's saying, but it's like, you're just too smart sometimes.
But it's a good joke.
It's a good joke.
You didn't even let me finish it. I was going to say we're Omar from The Wire. We rob drug dealers.
Yeah, but even that part, it's like, now you're getting more specific. What are you doing? It's like, you got to just,
I'm even worse than Colin Quinn. Nobody's ever going to know me.
Yeah, Colin Quinn said you crush at Angelo's wake, by the way. Which was it was a nice text again. I forgot to.
I didn't crush. I cried the whole time.
Oh, well, maybe he was joking.
Do you guys know Omar from The Wire?
Yeah.
Well, the joke is
he goes, just saw
oil's the drug, and we robbed the drug dealer because we're Omar from The Wire.
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
Said people said Hyenas killed at the wake.
Oh, he wasn't there.
From CQ. No, I'm kidding. But no, I understand what you mean, and it's great. And it's,
It's funny that comedians just... They put everything in whether he killed or bombed.
Yeah.
It's like it was a fucking memorial.
Yeah.
I went up there crying. I couldn't get through it.
Did you kill?
My jokes hit because my voice was trembling so much. It said it sounds like I'm going through puberty. That hit. And then I had a couple jokes about Angelo throughout, but I was crying the whole way through.
Yeah.
And then it was like I was reading off my phone because I wrote something because I knew if I tried to talk from I wouldn't be able to. So I was just trying to read to get through it.
Right.
No.
I'm just reading the text CQ sent.
But yo, Puerto Ricans, they come out. They come out for a party, they come out for a show, and they come out for a fucking funeral, because your family Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
That shit, they had a poet there. They had comedians.
Yeah.
They had lengua. I mean, that shit is a party no matter what.
Yeah.
And yo, when a Puerto Ricans are so festive and so fun and so awesome, and so emotional, and Greeks are very emotional too. So it's very similar. Like I've always said, like Greeks we have a word opa. Like there's no definition for opa. Opa just means like I feel so great. I want to take a plate and throw it at your face. Like it's just an emotional thing.
Right.
And then Puerto Ricans have wepa. It's the same thing. They're tantamount.
Opa and wepa.
Yeah, but when his mom started wailing, that's the tough part.
Yeah.
When she was like my hijo, she speaks. She's fluent in English with no accent, but she's Puerto Rican. So at one point during the show, she started just wailing like my hijo.
Yeah,
he never gave me no problems. Like, and you could just feel everyone. It's just like it was like a gut wrenching thing. But then Mark Vieira, credit to him, goes like, "Well, he gave us a lot of problems," and the place just cracked up. It was a perfect night and a perfect mixture of like sadness and celebration.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Rest in peace, Angelo Lozado.
Rest in peace, Angelo Lozado. Lozada. Sorry,
he's been dealing with that his whole life, though. People be like Lozado.
Well, because he's such a good kid, I just want to make him Italian.
You wanted to make him Italian.
Lozado.
Yeah. It's like, we've been dealing with when you do black shows. It's like your name is just whatever they say.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, coming to the stage, give it up for Khaki, and that's you, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Give it up. I've been called Yan. I've been called Y. Give it up for Y.
Yeah, they
give
can't
it up
say
for
your name.
This guy, I got brought up with this guy.
Yeah.
Give it up for my man, and then they just were silent.
Yeah.
They went like that, and then they come out because they just can never remember a white guy's name.
It's just what it is.
If your name's more complicated than Mike or Steve, it's just...
Yeah, your name better be DeBrickshaw, or they don't know who you are.
It's look
What do we got, babes? Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to sum up? So how did they
Well,
get
we did
out?
Chris's Cliff Notes already.
Oh, yes, you did.
So this was a 444-day, 444.
444. So the thing...
You got to understand, it was on the news. I was like 3 years old. I was like not even a baby, but like the repercussions of this, like the vibrations of this event lasted all the way through Reagan's presidency for like 10 years. This was a time before the internet. So it was like this story, like if you wanted to rob a bank or kill like a whole village, this was the time to do it because you would have not been reported on.
Yeah.
The Iran hostage situation was just news every day, every newspaper, all the time. Right. It's what it was. Are we going to war with Iran? Right. What's going on? Can we get these hostages out?
Yeah, what can we do?
And it was his whole presidency.
And so finally, they're negotiating. Finally, on January 20th, 1981, the remaining 52 U.S. hostages were released. And they were released. The Iranian people did not release the hostages. They released them about 5 minutes after Ronald Reagan was officially sworn in as president. So they could have released the deal was signed 2 days before that, on January 19th. They could have released them right away, but because Jimmy Carter was still president, they were like, nope. And then just as one more fuck you to Jimmy Carter, that's what they did. So Jimmy Carter could never say, they were not released under Jimmy Carter's presidency. They were released under Ronald Reagan's presidency.
Yeah, and it was
kind of wild. That's the ultimate fuckboy move.
It is.
Iranians.
I mean, Jimmy Carter got dragged.
Yeah, he got dragged.
He got dragged.
Yeah, Iran. On today, some people would say, "Yo, Iran, you salty." Yeah, that's what they would say. Yo, you acted salty.
You acted real salty.
Yeah, you acted real salty. You want to release them 5 minutes after Jimmy Carter is not president. Yeah. That you acted salty.
And, oh my God, Jimmy Carter got dragged.
Yeah, he's salty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were released.
They petty. Iran petty.
Well, Iran real
petty.
Yo,
y'all petty. That's what they would say. Yo, y'all petty, Iran.
Y'all petty. Come
Definitely
on.
fuckboy status.
Come on.
And by the way, people of today. I'm not distinguishing a color, race, creed, religion. I'm just saying people of today would just say y'all petty. I would tweet out a meme, Iran with the clapping hands, y'all petty.
Absolutely.
I would say that too. Shout out Lizzo.
And then the movie that Ben Affleck, Argo,
which if you want something to jerk off to, watch that one.
Where Ben
Affleck in the town. I'm fucking pewing when I see Ben Affleck in the town.
Yeah,
when he's doing those pull-ups. Yeah, I want to stick fucking Pepperidge Farm cookies up my ass.
You know what it is? Because you do have a little bit of a female brain.
Yeah,
you do, because that's something only females say.
What do you mean?
They say, "I like him from this movie."
Yeah.
You ever notice when you ask a girl, you always go like, "Do you think Leonardo DiCaprio's hot?" And they always go, "In The Departed." Yeah. That Leo, and you're like, it's the same Leo, and they're going, no.
Yeah. Revenant Leo's not as hot.
Huh?
Revenant Leo's not as hot.
Yeah, Revenant Leo. Yeah. I like Revenant Leo. Yeah. I like a guy who's a little banged up. I like a survivor.
Yeah, no, for me, the top three guys I'd suck off are Ben
Christ.
Affleck in the town.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck in the town. Tom Hardy as Bane, because I like a little
Donald Duck
criminal. Yeah. And then Pee Wee Herman.
That's a weird left turn you took.
That's what it is. A pissy left.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now we got to read out our sponsors.
Did we get it all?
We got it all, babe.
We got it all.
Okay, so now thank you guys so much for listening. Now
and we pray for peace. Let's pray for peace. It's not worth it. No war for oil. Pray for peace. And Mikey's, what's your fact of the day, quick?
Oh.
Are we going to do this first?
Oh, yeah, let's do this first.
He's anxious. He's had that phone in his hand for like 20 minutes. Okay, go. Chrissy?
Oh, you want me to do the pay? I thought Mike was doing it. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. So the $500 our true sponsors, the $500 tier peeps. It's just what it is.
Let me just say this: you're friendly with your president, and you're friendly with their new sponsors.
I'm very friendly with the new sponsors because they're paying the money.
Yes.
So Lakeside Maple. Lakeside Maple is trail mix, but it's not just any trail mix. It's trail mix baked in pure maple syrup, which makes it absolutely fucking delicious. It's incredible just as a snack by itself and a great addition to your yogurt in the morning or after moving a few vegetables on your lunch break.
Yeah.
It's simple and delicious and made by hand by real people.
Yeah, by people. It's just him.
Yeah,
it's just one guy.
Go to lakesidemaple.com and use the promo code WILD to get 15% off your order. That's capital WILD. Also, $500 level. Thank you guys so much. 9th Street Auto Collision, the auto repair station on 133 West Hills Road, Huntington Station, New York. They will give you a lifetime warranty on all repairs, giving good people good deals on parts and labor. You can contact them at 631-351-5300. Then, of course, we have Tank's Good News, Tank Sinatra. It's your daily reminder that not all news is bad. Check out Tank Sinatra's podcast and follow him on at Tank's Good News on Instagram and at Tank Sinatra on Instagram. Last but not least, James Altucher. Follow him at James Altucher, JAMESALTUCHER. Follow him there on all social media platforms and check out his podcast and Stand Up New York Comedy Club on the Upper West Side. So those are our $500 sponsors. Now, the $100 tier sponsors, you know who the fuck you are. Dr. Harvey Spencer Jr., crack your teeth open, clean them out. Rockland, South Carolina. It's what it is. Follow him at A Healthy Smile Rock Hill. Then Dr. Sadra is fucking as easy. He's a GI doctor. Follow him on Who Gives a Fuck. Then Nutrition Made Fun.
Dr. Souls.
Dr. Souls. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, he's got a podcast. Who cares? Everybody wants to do fucking comedy now. It's like just stick the tubes up the guys' asses and take a peek. Nutrition Made Fun. Matt Koch or Koch. He's a health coach helping you with dietary tips. He has a nutrition package specifically for History Hyena. So go check him out on IG, on his IG, which is at Nutrition Made Fun. He's always posted pictures of fucking salad bowls. And then CBD Script. You just use their promo code Hyena S15. That's HYENA S15. I just came from Denver. I mean, that's where you get your CBD. But you know, whatever you want to fucking do CBDscript.com. I don't fucking know. Good.
Pray for peace.
Pray for peace. Now, should we read the newest members of the matriarchy?
Yeah, I emailed them to you, or you can read them off of here.
Okay, no.
Yeah, I'm actually
sorry, go through your
curious.
fact
I
of the
want to
day.
know your fact of the day.
Yeah, don't let Yanni see him. Don't let Yanni
Well, I
see him.
emailed them to you then.
Okay, yeah, take them off and just email them to me. Because Yanni.
Yeah, they're in your email.
Yeah.
So while you're pulling that up,
These fucking Wayfair tables.
Yeah,
just
these
keep
tables.
moving.
I mean, Andrew Schultz, who
Jesus
weighs
Christ.
13 pounds, fucking snapped the back off one of them.
So my fact of the day was, you know how Al Qaeda's our enemy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Rambo 3, because like you mentioned, we were sided with Iraq back then. It actually thanks the brave soldiers of Al Qaeda, because during that time they were still fighting the same
Right.
people we were fighting.
Right,
So
'cause
there's
we-
literally a thank you message to them at the end.
Wow, that's a good fact. That I'm giving that a big rating. If we could ever get those fucking sticks out of your ass in here, because I know you're keeping them home to dance around with them in your ass.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
What was the fact again?
That was a good fact
What did you
because
say?
yeah, I mean Osama bin Laden and Al Qaeda was CIA funded for a while to fight the Russians.
Yes.
So he's saying at the end of the movie, we thank the Al Qaeda fighters in Rambo. It's hilarious. It's funny how
They changed it for now. Now it says dedicated to the gallant people of Afghanistan. Before it said to the brave Mujahideen fighters of Afghanistan. Actually, it's still a different one. The original one actually just says like Taliban and Al Qaeda.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those guys originally were fighting Russia because Russia
The
tried
original Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo 1.
Rambo 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we funded the Mujahideen to fight the Russians when they were.
So at that time, U.S. had no problem with Al Qaeda fuck.
Well, war makes strange bedfellows.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like that's the thing about the Middle East. There's like your allies, your enemies.
That's why people
Tomorrow.
who are mad about the general being killed are like, well, no, he was fighting. Like, no, he was still hated Israel and us.
Yeah.
Right.
He just hated them too.
And I think a lot of that may be PR too, about like how much he's being,
Yeah.
memorialized.
Yeah. I mean, he was their best. That's what
Nobody, it's nobody's pure over, and that's
No.
it's a real divided place, and religion I think complicates things. I think
Hell yeah.
oil complicates things, but not as much as people think. Because like we said, we don't even get most of our oil from there.
Yeah.
We just don't. We get it from Canada and Venezuela.
I'm just saying it's not any different than during the Obama administration when drone strikes were blowing up civilians. It's not. We're not going to war. It's within the thing. It's just part of war. It's what happens when you have two militaries fighting.
Dude,
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Obama leveled the Middle East,
Yeah.
but nobody ever talks about it because the kid. Let's just be honest, the kid was smooth as peanut butter.
Yeah, he's smooth kid.
He'd go up there and be like, "What's up,
Which was
baby?"
invented by a black guy.
Yeah,
Peanut butter.
Was it?
Yeah.
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 Oh wow.
So you know.
Washington Carver.
Chicago.
George
Oh
Washington
wow.
Carver.
Yeah.
The difference is that he wasn't yelling about it like Trump is.
Exactly.
Though Trump's like, "I'll kill those motherfuckers."
Yeah,
And
it's like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Obama wasn't proud of
Obama
it.
just
He was
did
like-
it and just said nothing.
Yeah.
Obama was just like slowly going gray because
Yeah.
he
Obama would just do it and then go on in between two ferns.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would. He
he
go,
wasn't happy about it.
He would bomb the shit out, and then he would go dance on Ellen.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
just what
like-
it is.
Yeah, that's the way he rides.
All right, let's do it. The newest members of our Patreon, there's quite a few today. Thank you guys so much for going to patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys and joining the matriarchy. As always, we encourage you guys to make a funny name, and then we will pick the PPW, the pseudo-penis of the week, at the very end for who we think the best name is. First off,
All right, let's hear these Patreon names, Chrissy.
I'm just finishing my cheeses.
Yeah, we just got some snacks. Venetia went and got some quick snaps. We took a pause in the episode because we were looking for a video that we cannot find. It was a video just showing how secular Iran was before the revolution. and it was wild. They were all in mini skirts, and they were walking around the 60s being real groovy.
We're going to find the video, so we're just going to put up an ISIS beheading video.
That's what we're going to do. And, if you talk to a lot
Finally.
of if anyone ever tells you, here's another interesting fact. If anyone ever tells you they're Persian, what they mean is they're Iranian, because a lot of Iranians like to describe themselves as Persian because they want to distance themselves from the stigma
You're from Iran,
of Iran.
And Persian girls are pieces. And guys. And they probably have fumes, but I don't care.
It's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. So should we start from the beginning or just start from where we left off?
Beginning.
Okay. Mike Big Piece Mush. Nikki non-toots, but will let Chrissy crack open my poop chute and play my skin flute.
Yeah.
Andrew Murray, straight to the back. Jay, Chrissy, sit on my tiny Irish piece. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Cuzzy Wuzzy trying to nuzzy Chrissy's drippy pewing. Nice one.
A goodie.
Paxton Smith. Nah,
Straight to the back.
Joe Sue. One name.
Wow. Eastern Hemi.
Taylor Daniels. It spells Taylor Lour.
Hey, girl. STT for life.
Sean T.
How you doing, Sean T?
Yeah.
Sean Terry.
Peaced out kid from Michigan.
Hi. It's a goodie.
Yeah. Lane Bell.
Straight to the back.
Father Bill Nye, the uvula guy.
I think that's probably going to
Father Bill Nye, the uvula guy's
Yeah,
great.
take it. Someone make a note.
We have 100 of them.
Bruce.
What's up, Bruce?
BS.
Yeah.
Sonia Gonzalez Martinez.
Que pasa, mi gente? That's Sonia. Shout out, Sonia. I love you.
Andrew, I caught a yeast infection from a priest erection. Dukic.
Another goodie.
Another great. Okay. Clappity, clap, clap. Chrissy, drippity, drip, drip. DeStefano.
Goodie. But
Clyde Drexler.
He was a victim of the guy right before him.
Trey, fuck the content. Trump 2020 terp. There we go. Nate Hawk.
We just have a few right-wing kids.
That's what it is. Nate Hawk.
How you doing,
Then we
Straight?
got Bew, moved to vegetables too many times. Now I go to church McDowell.
Goodie.
Okay.
Good. He went for it.
I like you. I like you,
He went
Bew.
for it.
Bew's a fucking name.
Bew's a good name.
Mitch Bellis.
Straight to the content.
Teddy smoked weed once and now I'm gay. Yes.
The originality. He may be in the front.
Yeah. Spewing glue like a mouth-breathing Jew with fumes 420.
微上之型
Jesus Christ.
Okay, sorry.
You know a name is good when you have to Wei Zhongjing the name.
Yeah, okay. Georgia, little German girl like Chrissy. Good one.
Oh, God, it's too many good ones.
Then we got Dana just here for the docking tips. Kowalski.
Another goodie.
Great. Sophie M. Bonanza. Joe O.C.
Here for the content and maybe Chris's baby.
Yeah. Matthew Garchick. Sarah. Jason Malkin.
How you doing, Jason?
Riley. Chrissy is straight until his dad dies hardcore.
Straight.
Okay?
Yeah,
Straight.
he went for
Great.
it.
Got you. Joey, the screwed-in kid, broadcasting my piece to the cloud. It's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, kids disturbed. 100% disturbed.
Chase blew straight to the back, but if I smell any more fumes,
It's cut off.
cut off. Okay. Joey, not a FF, but definitely enjoys a perfectly placed pinky during sex.
Yes.
Okay? It gets cut off.
You make them too long, guys, they get cut off.
Yeah, TMI.
Next one up, potato monkey with a lunch lady ass.
That's a goodie.
Goodie. Donovan, a lad of 14, nah mean, but my glue gun don't work in a blue state.
I mean,
Great.
I think he's number one. Creativity. You got to give him creativity point.
Nathan Hillcoat, Garcy Fry, MK, my mom says we're Italian, but I'm paler than the moon, and my mid, I don't know, got cut off.
You're too complicated.
Phil C, sitting in the back eating Yaya's cookies, SLKS.
Goodie.
Joseph Tully, Chrissy, no condoms.
Goodie.
Goodie. Colin Landers,
Straight for the back.
Nick. Then this guy's name is Steak Sauce.
I like the simple, different ones. Yeah. Credit to Steak Sauce.
Caleb Donahue,
Straight to the back.
Vegan Jules,
Straight to the back.
Frank Janashek,
Straight to the back.
Garrett Levitt,
Wow.
Kenneth Weaver,
It's a parade of straight to the back.
Adam, I'd let Chris crack me open, but I'm not gay. Go Yankees, Lampeter.
Like him.
Rob, super white, extremely lost, heavy breathing, FF Holmes.
He went for it.
Perry, small piece, big cuck with the little situation with the mother.
Those are two Clyde Drexlers in a row.
And one word, Vinny the Guinea.
Vinny the Guinea's a goodie.
Yeah. Benny Franks and Beans, also most likely Nazi blood Ackerman.
Another goodie.
Broke Iowa kid with a problem with the sauce. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight to the back.
William Andrews.
He didn't even do a real name. I just put him straight to the back because he went for it. He missed.
Yeah. Chrissy, prepare the D because Katie Nolan follows me and you, but mostly me. I don't know.
Go
Got
for it.
off.
Yeah.
Adam the non-toot who secretly loves the drip from Chrissy's flute.
Another goodie.
Good. Then we just have Chris, K-R-I-S.
Not me.
Cody the tucked cuck Watkins.
Simple
Tucked
and
cuck is nice.
simple and good.
Andy, keep my girls white and my votes to the right, Sims.
What
Wei Shang Xian.
Yeah, it's where that
Wei
Yeah,
Xiang.
there you go. Gerald, sorry.
Yeah.
Faye the Muzzy, now a Cuzzy Wuzzy. Nice.
Good. I like that one.
Yeah. Casey the potato flinging, sauce sipping monkey Carano. Yeah.
I mean, the Carano was the funniest part. Italian names are just funny.
Michael Petrosky.
How you doing, Polak?
JJ, unleash the priest, Jesus' peace into my crease. Malloy.
Somebody just take that horse is in the lead.
Yeah. Katie Neal.
Straight to the back.
Patty the fatty, Berlin, not the wall, but for the wall.
Straight to the back to the right.
Paolo Solario, Joshua Tenya, Chels, Big Toot, Tit,
Big toot, tight shoot.
Big Toot, Tight Shoot, Fumeless Bean, and Hugo Boss Jeans.
Oh, it's so fun.
Wow, that's a good one.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Mark Mannenheimer, Patrick Vogel, Jim Eckert.
Wow, these are like it's like a German section.
Yeah, these are my people. Carlos Lean Mean Full of Sasson Cream Santana. Nice. Then we got Tyler Shrimp Dick Beefcake with Record Glue Production.
Make a note, he's my favorite. Make a note, he's my new favorite.
Tyler, okay.
Yeah, he's my new favorite.
Then we got Philip Sampson.
Straight to the
Then we got Go Pyong and Love You Long Time. Wham Bam, Thank You, Cowper's Glen.
Nice. Yeah, but Mikey's got a favorite. It's a goodie.
Antonio Canales. Daniel Callipy. Cole CTE screwed me in McDowell.
Good one.
Funny. Kid's got a head injury. Shawnee got tricked by a tranny, a.k.a. Chrissy. Nice. Chris Kovaleski. Deb, I'll crack open your closet and clean it out, Russo.
Thank you.
Ben Wright.
Straight to the back.
Mike Chunky, Potato Monkey, Funky Fumes with the Jersey Hunky, McDonough.
I mean,
I like it.
that was a roller coaster. It was a ride he took us on.
Frank Martinez, Megan Pennington, Chuchum Luchum, Brian Golding. It's just what it is, Sauce Money. It's just what it is, Sauce Money Sniz. Sean, good size glue gun, but I'm built like an isosceles triangle Davis.
Went for it. Missed.
Julian Perez, Yanni Halias, Osvaldo Sadavera, Bobby Mashed Potato Face, Matthew Brigante, Tyler, I'm a Jew from LA, so I'm half gay by association. It's just what it is.
Okay. Went
Like
for
it?
Yeah.
Alan, Charlton Mays, Corey is no creep, but make no mistake, I'll sniff your feet.
It's a Chrissy disciple.
Todd Vesterzi, Gavin Parker, Mark Philly Sauce and Potato Monkey Campanelli, Tommy, Chrissy cracked my corn and I don't care because he cleaned me out. Chrissy cracked my corn and I don't care because he cleaned me out. Nice.
Good one.
Cassie McNeely, Austin pumping my little stump for Trump 2020 Rutherford.
Yeah, to the back and to the right.
Yeah. Manny, angry, white, Frenchie, Manny, angry, white, Frenchie, average size cannoli, filling glue flute, Richie.
Another goodie.
Yeah. Evan Adrian, Esther McKay, Joel Glickman, Maddie, make no mistake, a muzzy, but I pay taxes and salute the flag, God bless. Like it.
I like it.
Zach, Sauce Monkey with a toot in the trunk, Pradle. Toot in the trunk. Tony Baloney, I want to stick my Stromboli in Chris's calzone.
Is that the leader now?
They're
still
tough
like
ones
the
today.
Earlier one better than that.
Okay.
That one's good.
Rachel Downs, Deirdre, and then last but not least, Adam, a cutie with a tutti fruity, loosey goosey booty.
That could be the winner. Now,
Oh, I mean, what do we think, guys?
I just want to take a second to acknowledge how lovely the diversity is of the names, the people that are joining up. And it's a real nice microcosm for what our fan base probably looks like. It's just a beautiful thing. I love that our fan base is diverse. We're not going for it. And I think that's a beautiful point you've made in this era, is that we go for funny and people are coming because everyone knows we have no hate in our heart and we're just here to make you laugh. And I love that we have Muzzies, we got Eastern Hemis, we got Yamis, and we got Jews.
Yeah, thank you so much for the people who went to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Follow us at History Hyenas on Instagram, historyhyenas.com for the website. It's new and improved.
Who's the winner?
Well, you had Tyler Shrimp Dick Beefcake with Record Glue Gun Production Massey, Gil Poing and Love You Long Time, Wham Bam, Thank You Cowper's Gland, Chelsea Big Toot Tight Shoot, Fumeless Bean, and Hugo Boss Jeans. And then towards the beginning, we had Father Bill Nye, the uvula guy. Cuzzy Wuzzy, Trino Nuzzy, Chrissy's Drippy Pyong. So,
You know what? Since there were so many, let's make them all the winner. All that list you just read, won.
Everybody won.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Love you. Bye.